The initial view that I see here is the discovery dashboard for active organizational network analysis. I can switch between active organizational network analysis, which is powered by online surveys, and passive organizational network analysis, which is powered by aggregated metadata, by clicking on this icon. When the triangle is down, it shows the passive ONA module, and when the triangle is pointing upwards, it shows the active ONA module. The first thing I observe in the dashboard is a network. If I zoom in, I can see that each node is a member of the organization, and the ages in this case indicate how they have nominated each other on an online survey. The ranking on the right shows the percentile of each employee for each of the questions that have been included in the online survey. In this case, sharing information, technical support, personal support, and inspiration. The percentile that each employee occupies for each question depends on the number of nominations that they have received from their peers on the survey. The ranking in this case categorizes the employees between central, intermediary, and peripheral employees. Central employees are people with a high level of informal influence that are at the top 20% of the ranking. Intermediate employees are between the percentile 21st and 80th, and peripheral employees are between the percentile 81st and 100%. The ranking takes into consideration the number of questions where the employee sits at the top 20% of the organization, and as a second criteria, it takes into consideration the total number of nominations received across all interactions. If I click on the name of an employee, it will be highlighted on the network, and it will also provide me information about the name, department, position, email, experience, managerial status, location, gender, level of influence, response date, age range, country, and benchmarking insights at employee and organizational level. It will also provide me with a number of network centrality metrics, including betweenness centrality, closing centrality, degree centrality, and eigenvector centrality, where I can use the tooltip to see a description. In order to see the organizational chart, I just need to click on this button to show the hierarchy view, and it will switch from the network view to the hierarchy view. I can filter the results by clicking on filter and selecting a certain metric, for example, department, selecting a value, and then click on apply. In this case, I'm looking at the network of a particular department. I can also look at the network of a particular employee by tapping the name or searching their name, clicking on apply, and I will see the people that have nominated this particular employee. I can reset the filters at any time by clicking on reset filters and download the results in Excel format. If I click on the share communities button, it will highlight the different informal communities identified in the network, which will be reflected by coloring the nodes as well. I can also color the nodes by a particular metric by selecting the value on the color by drop-down menu. I can interact with the network by asking questions to our AI agent Cogni. In this case, I'm going to ask who are the top 3 informal leaders in the organization. When replying to the question, Cogni will highlight those employees in the network along with the respective network and also on the ranking, and will provide an explanation on why those employees are selected. I can access a list view of the results by clicking on list, and here I can group the results by particular metric, for example, department, and I can see the most influential employees of each department. I can also expand the profile of an employee, and if I click on the name, I will see additional information on the panel on the right.